Jerking off and playing video games won't change your life. So do the gym. Now, my name is Ruben, and I have over 5 years of experience in the gym. And today I'm going to be going over why your teenage years are important. So do the gym. I used to sit in this very chair and I used to play video games and I used to jerk off every day. And I was depressed. My life had no meaning. My days felt short but meaningless. And it wasn't until I started doing the gym that I started to change my life and become more successful as a result. Because doing the gym builds skills. It builds skills that you need for success. It builds discipline. It builds mental toughness and mental strength because you're pushing yourself, your body to the limit, and you know that you can go to the limit and you can survive at the limit. It gives you that self-belief, and also when you look at yourself in the mirror and you look big and you look good, you're going to feel confident as a result, which is going to have a knock-on effect. But your testosterone is high. As guys, unless you jerk off, of course, then your testosterone is going to be very high. And there's only really two options you have is if your testosterone is high. Now, obviously, the people with the highest testosterone are in prison because they've acted on pure testosterone. They've acted like a animal. They've killed someone, they've done drugs, they've sold drugs, done something really stupid, robbed a bank, whatever. Most of those people are in prison, but there are some that kind of tread the waters, and those people do the gym and have a successful business and approach beautiful women. So you have that kind of fine line of how you use your testosterone. You can either use it for good or bad. Now, I'll make a separate video on that in the future, but if you want to be in prison, then by all means, but if you don't, then dedicate to the gym, find your purpose, even if it's going to be a personal trainer or selling a course like me, then it is what it is. But you have to find that purpose, and I think the gym is the best way to do that. Why? Because most people don't know what to do. They don't really have anything they're good at. So if you do the gym, you get good at it, you learn a lot of autistic shit like me, then you're going to be good in that area. That is going to be a profession of yours. And that's something that you can focus on as a purpose, which means that you've actually became successful just by doing the gym. So dedicate to the gym, find it fun, enjoy the struggle, and you're going to see big results. But don't waste your testosterone by jerking off, as I stated before. If you jerk off, you lose your testosterone. So by just not jerking off and keeping it in your pants, you will be able to build more muscle as a result. I think my left bicep's catching. No, it's not. Still a bit of muscle imbalance. But you need to focus on these things. You need to focus on not jerking off. That is something you have to do, especially if you want to get girls or any of that stuff. You're going to want to focus on not doing that. And you want to focus on your sleep. I get a lot of sleep. I get about 10 hours of sleep. The last few days, not so much, but you have to get more sleep. Going to bed at 12 o'clock and getting up at like 6 is not fucking healthy, and it's not going to get you more muscle. So go to bed a bit earlier if you have to. You don't have to go to bed as early as me, but you can go to bed earlier. You can finally kind of get into a routine. But you need to focus on your diet as well. If you use all three of these, you're going to find that you're putting on muscle. But your diet is probably the most important one. Because if you eat shit all the time, you don't have a proper diet, you eat different foods every day, you're never going to really become, you're never going to look the way you want to look. You're never going to become the man that you want to become. So, how do you fix your diet? Well, if you want to look at your diet, you've got literally the whole fucking diet. It's a whole module in the course. Go check it out. Go get the course. It's the aesthetic body course for teens. So if you want to look good for summer, you want to start getting some chicks and start making a difference, then you have to get the course. If you want to look good on the beach and feel confident, take your shirt off and think, fuck yeah, I look good, and girls are looking at you, then if you want that, check out the course. But it's currently a pre-sale, which means essentially there's not much content in the course. No, I'm not a scammer, so I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not a scammer. So check it out. The content will be coming, but for the time being, the price is really fucking cheap. So if you want to get it for a good price, get it now, because you're going to get it anyway. And why not get it for 20 quid instead of 600 quid, So go check it out. But in 5 years, this is going to pay off. In 5 years. Maybe less, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. At the moment, I'm finding it paid off a month later because no one did the gym at the same time as me. But now, I'm looking pretty good. I'm bulking up quite a lot. So in a year, it's going to really pay off. But you have to think in a few years. You can't be thinking now. You have to think next summer, summer after, whatever. You have to think of 5 years. Why? Because most people don't have the vision for that. They think in the short term. Like my brother, he's 7 years older than me. And to be honest, he doesn't really look as good as me. I'm 7 years younger. In those 7 years, he doesn't look bad, but he doesn't look that good. That's because he just doesn't do the gym. He doesn't have the discipline. He never built up the discipline to do the gym. And now he's always like, oh, I need to get in the gym. And he always says it, but he never actually does it. And if you do it now, well, when you're my brother's age at 23, you're going to be fucking ripped. You're going to get loads of chicks and you're going to look fucking amazing. So why wouldn't you want that? Why not just put in the little bit of time, a little bit of effort? Because you already have the fucking time. If you're a teenager, you have the time to do the gym. So just fucking do it. Stop being a lazy bastard and making excuses. Because in 5 years, you're going to fucking think, wow, I'm really proud of myself. That paid off. And it will pay off, especially with your job. With job interviews. Do you think people are more than likely to hire you if you're a fat bastard, a fat lazy slob, or if you're a bodybuilder, if you look aesthetic, you look good, you got a six pack, you're filling out your shirt and you look good and chicks are looking at you, looking twice. Do you think the boss is gonna hire the fat bastard or the gym bro? He's gonna hire the gym bro. So that applies with everything. That applies with girls. More girls are gonna be interested in you. Maybe not as a teenager, because girls are more into skinny guys at the moment. But when you're like 25, mate, all the girls are gonna be digging you. And same with clients. If you're trying to land a client, he's more than likely to buy because he sees that you're dedicated. You've dedicated yourself to something. He sees that you have drive and ambition and that you're hard working because you just look good. Just because you put that little bit of effort into your physique, you're going to land $1 million client. That's how powerful doing the gym can be once it's compounded over time. And the same with meetings. If you're in a meeting with bosses or you're the boss and you're in a meeting with loads of people that you don't know, people are going to automatically respect the guy who looks good, who's well groomed, and fills out his shirt and is big and strong. Because he's the alpha male, he's perceived as the top dog. So by having that, that's powerful. You can control a room, you can control loads of people, you can lead. But are you happy? Do you think you'd be happier looking good than you are now? Because you look like shit now. But Do you think in a few months when you look good, you're going to be naturally happier? Yeah, of course. I'm way happier now than I was when I was fat and when I was skinny as well. So you're going to be happy. So you may as well just do it. And what are the downsides? Oh, I might get a bit fat or I might get an injury. Yeah, okay, yeah, you might get fat because you're bulking or you might get an injury because you pushed yourself too hard. But these are just kind of the mini downsides to doing the gym. Mini, and I mean miniature. They're minuscule. They're not even like downsides. They're just kind of effects that happen. Like you look a bit puffy, like me. Boo fucking who. Just embrace it. I've literally got a video on that. Go check that video out about looking puffy. It's like not that. You're just making stupid excuses because you're not ready to dedicate yourself. So prep yourself. Fucking watch World's Strongest Man. Put on music videos that you enjoy for the gym to get you hyped. Because do you want to look good? Do you want to look like shit the rest of your life for the rest of your life? Or do you want to look good for the rest of your life? Good. Everybody likes the old guy that looks fucking ripped. So if you are looking to learn more about the gym, then check out my video, which is called Jacked as a Teen, How to Get Jacked as a Teen. And have a good day.